Here's a true story about a team that did almost everything right and still lost the customer. Let's call them Team Alpha. Tech company, smart people, great product. Now, they had sales and support running full speed, right? But separately. That's the important part. So one day, this dream lead shows up, the kind of lead everyone loves. So high intent, low drama, the kind. And they actually came in through a webinar, poked around the site, hit the pricing page quite hard. So of course, sales was excited, calendars were cleared, a pitch deck was polished to a mirror shine. But what they didn't know was the customer had already reached out to support. Not once, but twice. So the customer had already asked about onboarding, about integrations, and even dropped a competitor's name. They said they were making a decision this week. Basically, they held up a sign that read, "I'm ready to buy." So support responded friendly and fast with all the right links, right? But here's the problem. That info, it never made it to sales because support was using one tool and sales another. So no synced history, no shared notes, no system saying, hey, this person's already in motion. So when demo day came, sales started from square one. Introduced features the customer already understood, answered questions they already asked, and completely missed the real objection. The one they told support days ago. So the customer ended up going with someone else, not because the product was worse, not because the demo was bad, but because they simply got tired of repeating themselves. They got tired of not feeling heard. Now, let's pause here because this happens all the time, and it's not a people problem, it's a systems problem. Support, sales, success, all on different tools, different timelines, different versions of the truth. The result? Nobody sees the full picture. Everyone's guessing, and customers feel like they're talking to 3 different companies at once. You probably heard the phrase, breaking down silos. This is why that matters. Imagine trying to build a house, but the architect, the plumber, and the electrician are all using different blueprints. Yeah, that. What changed everything for Team Alpha? They got serious about sharing context. But here's the deal. So context isn't just about having some fancy tool or slick dashboard, right? It's about making every single interaction feel like one smooth, continuous conversation, no matter who the customer is talking to. So imagine this. A potential customer is browsing your site and pings your chat about integrations. A few hours later, they book a demo call with sales. Now, instead of starting from square one, sales already knows the customer's hot button, so integrations. They dive right in, cutting to the good stuff, right? No awkward pauses, no. So what brings you here today? It's not just a better pitch, it's a way more relevant one. And that's just one tiny example. When you're running on a connected customer service platform, it's kind of like everyone's reading the same script. And here's how that changes the game. Number 1, conversation history. No more guessing. Sales is gearing up for the demo, and they can see exactly what the customer asked support about, right there in the platform. No more, I think they mentioned something about integrations. It's all right there in black and white. Support's got it, sales sees it, every chat, ticket, and email is logged into one place. And no more bouncing between apps or digging through emails or just hunting for notes. Just one continuous thread of context. And instead of, so, what are you looking for? Sales can now open with, I saw you were interested in how our integrations work. Let's dive into that. Effortless. Number 2, unified notes. Everyone on the same page. Let's say support handled a billing question and explained how to upgrade a subscription plan. Now, when sales picks up the conversation, they're not guessing. See, having shared notes means every key point from the chat is pinned in the customer's profile. And that way, when sales hops in, they're not rehearsing the basics. They're building on what's already been covered. And with that, you go from, I think my colleague mentioned something about billing, 2, I see you already asked about upgrading your plan. Want me to walk you through some features that could be a perfect fit for you? Number 3, tags and customer segmentation, instant context. You know how sometimes a lead looks promising, but they're not quite ready to buy. Now, instead of letting them slip away, tag them with something like integration questions or advanced features. Why? Because when they come back weeks later and hit up support again, that tag is still there. Now, the support agent can say, "Hey John, last time we talked, you had some questions about integrating with Shopify. Need more info on that?" See, with sales and support aligned, sales knows exactly how to pick up the thread from support. And support can keep the convo warm even when the lead goes quiet for a while. Number 4, automated follow-ups keep the conversation alive. The customer asks about specific features, sales does the demo, and then nothing. Crickets. So this is where follow-ups are your secret weapon. Set up automated emails that trigger after demo, referencing what was discussed, right? So something like, "Hey John, great chat earlier. Here's the link to that feature breakdown we talked about. Let me know if you'd like a deeper dive into any of them." Now, whether it's sales, support, or even a bot, the follow-up feels like one ongoing conversation and not a series of scattered interactions. Number 5, reporting and insights. Okay, so sales closed the deal. Nice, but what about the next one? What worked? What didn't? You see, reporting tells the story. So dive into the reporting dashboard to see how many sales started as support tickets, which product questions are coming up the most, and where leads are dropping off. See, you're not just looking at numbers, you are looking at breadcrumbs, context that helps you and the entire team refine your pitch, your messaging, and even your product. So that's the playbook. 5 moves to take your customer interactions from scattered to seamless. Because when support and sales, including success, are all connected through the same customer service platform, it's not just about answering questions. It's about creating one continuous story. You see, sales isn't starting from scratch. They're picking up where support left off. Support isn't guessing what sales promised. They're reinforcing it. And the customer? Well, they're not repeating themselves. They're moving forward. And that's how you go from dropping the ball to closing the loop. From missed connections to one smooth, ongoing conversation. So the next time a lead comes in hot and heavy or a deal's hanging by a thread, remember, the difference between "we almost had them" and "we just closed them" isn't always the product. Sometimes it's just how well your team is connected. And if you're ready to stop losing customers to mixed messages and missed opportunities, it's time to bring it all together with a customer service platform that keeps everyone on the same page. By the way, if you want some proven sales chat scripts to turn maybes into yeses, I have a whole video on it. You won't want to miss it. I'll catch you in the next one.